Lesson 7, Solving Problems Using the Cosine Law. So when you read a word problem, it's good to just read the question all the way through and then go through and find what's important. So a three-pointed star is made up of equilateral triangles. Equilateral means they have all the same sides. And three congruent isosceles triangles. Determine the length of each side of the equilateral triangle, knowing the length of the isosceles triangle is 60 centimeters and the contained angle is 20 degrees. So that's reading it through all the way once. So now we're going to read it again. A three-pointed star is made up of an equilateral triangle. So let's draw an equilateral triangle. It's the best I can do. And three congruent isosceles triangles. So isosceles means two sides are the same. So that means that these sides are all the same and these sides are all the same. Determine the length of each side of the equilateral triangle, knowing the lengths of the isosceles triangle are 60 centimeters. So that means if these are 60, they're all 60. And we know that the contained angle is 20 degrees. So the contained angle in the isosceles triangle is 20 degrees. So we want to find one of these sides. So let's just look at that little triangle. So let's call this A, B, C. We know that these are both 60 and this is 20 degrees. We want to find this angle, so side, or this side, so side A. So we're going to write out A squared is equal to our other two sides squared. So 60 squared plus 60 squared minus 2 times 60 times 60, cos of our angle, which is 20. So our angle A is 20 degrees, B and C are both 60. We need to find A now. And if you can't tell that that's a 60, I'm sorry. There. So now we're going to simplify. So 60 squared plus 60 squared is 7,200. And 2 times 60 times 60 is also 7,200. And to get A by itself, we're going to square root both sides. So A is equal to the square root of 7,200 minus 7,200 cos of 60. So type that into your calculator. So 7,200 minus 7,200 cos of 60, you should get 434.21 dot 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 dot. And if you take the square root of that number that's already on your calculator screen, you should get 20.8 centimeters. So the length of each side of the equilateral triangle is 20.8 centimeters, and you should write that. So write a sentence. It's really important when you have a word problem to write some kind of sentence to show that you understand what you were solving for. Example 3. The pendulum of a grandfather clock is 100 centimeters long. When the pendulum swings from one side to the other side, the horizontal distance it travels is 9.6 centimeters. Determine the angle that the pendulum swings. So the pendulum of a grandfather clock. So that's the pendulum. And it is 100 centimeters long. And when the pendulum swings to the other side, so it's going this way. So we have an imaginary pendulum over here. This is hard to draw on the computer screen. The distance it travels is 9.6 centimeters. We want to determine the angle that it swings on. So right there. So we already know that the pendulum is 100 centimeters. So it really forms an isosceles triangle. So let's label it A, B, C. And we want to find angle A. Remember to choose the side opposite the angle to be your first number in the cosine law. So we have 9.6 squared is equal to, and it's going to be the other two sides. So 100 squared plus 100 squared minus 2 times 100 times 100 cos of A. Now we're going to rearrange this and move it to the other side. So we're going to minus 100 squared from both sides. Twice. So we have 9.6 squared minus 100 squared minus 100 squared is equal to 2 times the 100 times 100 is negative 20,000 cos of A. Now we're going to divide by negative 20,000 on both sides, and we're going to simplify the top. So 9.6 squared minus 100 squared minus 100 squared is negative 19907.84 divided by negative 20,000 equals cos of A. To get rid of the cos, we do cos to the negative 1. Type this all into your calculator and you should get 5.5 degrees. So the pendulum swings on an angle of 5.5 degrees. Write your sentence. The swing is 5.5 degrees is really all I need. And that's solving some problems using the cosine law.